everyone. Today I'm going to talk about emotional intelligence, which is EQ. Have your parents ever pushed you to continue to improve your educations and they finding opportunities to improve your cognitive, your knowledge, your intelligence? But today, with the society, aggressive technologies, aggressive changing environment, EQ, which is emotional quotient, has become crucial, more important than ever. And I will explain it to you with samples of how important EQ is not only important at workplace, but also important everywhere you go, like social media and family. And I will explain how important it is and how you can cultivate your emotional quotient through times, which is called EQ. First, empathy, which is the trait of emotional quotient EQ. For an example, I joined a social media group for business for small business entrepreneur, and one day this lady, I'm going to call her Mary, she sent a message like an advice, seeking for advice. She said, I love my work. I love my small business entrepreneur and it's growing aggressively. And I love it so much that every day I go to work, I look forward to it. I have passions. It's my happiness. The only problem that Mary has was with her family. She doesn't have enough time for family on a daily basis. Although she's had commitments during vacations with family, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but she does not have time for family on a daily basis as her business continuously grows successful. Her husband, her kids complain, said she needs to spend some time with the family. She's seeking advice as whether she should continue with her growing business as now is a perfect time or cut it down so that she can have time for family. Many responses, like a chain of bubble responses, saying that she should do what she loves, her family should support her, as many similar messages response with the same similar case supporting her to continue proceed her business, and her husband and her kids should support her. But there was one particular message response. I would call her Jane. She said, I'm not going to tell you which side you're on, but I'm going to share with you my experience, and it will be up to you to decide whether you should balance your family and your business or not. She said, Jane said, she is a successful vice president of a large company for over 10 years, and she didn't have much time for her family, and she did commit time for vacations, but every day she loved her job so much. For many years she was advancing her career, and now her kids are growing. They are well mannered in college, but since she focused so much time through her career, she has no connection with her kids. The kids love her husband, like they are communicated with laughter, very bond, but she doesn't have that connection. She said it's hard to hug comfortably or communicate in a bond, lovable connections because in the past she traveling, she was so successful with her career. Now her wealth is abundant, but she said the love connection is not there. So she said based on her experience, she said, Mary, so it's your choice. Do you want to have a good balance between family, career, or would you rather to have a successful career but keep low on the family side? Similarly, this is related to EQ because this person Jane is giving Mary different perspective rather than jump to conclusions from the beginning. Emotional recognition is very important related to family side. My kids, my son, I mean, all babies are super smart, okay? I just feel that babies, they find ways, they have their EQ to control parents. I'm giving example of personal experience. My son, my 18 months old son right now, he tried to get my husband and I attention by rolling on the floor, crying. My husband, who is a helicopter, he would come, pampering him, hug him, pick him up. Same thing as my parents-in-law, they would do the same thing. But for me, when he roll around and look at me and crying, I would just act normal and tell him to get up. And he sees that I didn't react to his situation, his tantrum. He would just get up and play toys and know that it doesn't work on me. So most of my kids, they cried and they nag a lot around my husband, but when it comes to me, they know that it doesn't work, and they know that I'm more strict, and they will follow my directions when I told them to maybe you gotta finish your school or eat first before they can play device or get rewarded. They know that when I mean something, I mean it. You see how kids, they know they have their own EQ and they find ways to control you. And same thing as us, we have to recognize ourselves and recognize the surrounding and how to react to it. EQ, you can practice. You can practice at social media, at meetings, everywhere you go. You can practice. And according to the book called Emotional Intelligence Number 2 by Travis Bradbury and Sean Greaves, they stated that with high EQ, those with high EQ with average IQ outperform those with high IQ with average EQ. And according to Forbes magazine, they say high emotional quotients have more chance of earning promotions and psychological health. Plus, the book Emotional Intelligence Number 2 by Travis Bradbury and Sean Greaves, they suggested that to cultivate your emotional intelligence, you make sure that you exercise, eat healthy. That's the initial start. And make sure that you create a daily task or know what you do each day that will help you to improve your emotional intelligence. Overall, emotional intelligence can be practiced through times, through your communication skill, through readings, through meetings. And I wanted to end this I wanted to end this video with a quote by Albert Einstein. He said, "The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imaginations." Again, emotional intelligence can be practiced through times. It can be learned, and just make sure that you learn through exercise and eat healthy as well as you learn. And I wanted to say that I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that try to do research further on emotional intelligence, and remember that it's not about your cognitive, your brain intelligence. You can also improve your career, you improve your relationship through emotional intelligence. Keep learning, keep practice, and you will get where you want it to be. Have a wonderful day. Ciao. Bye-bye.